right, so the first thing is, like, what are your expectations for the season?
We, just like last season, are taking a task as opposed to an ego-oriented stance. So it's not, are we better than our competitors? It's, are we better than we were the day before? When you're rebuilding a program, it takes a really long time. And right now, all we're trying to do is make sure that we are making our improvements where we need to. And so far, it's paying off.
Right, and you do have some more numbers
Yes.
in terms of, like, you know, especially on the younger levels.
Yep.
And getting there. So that's good. Any games or players or anything else that stands out for the season?
So we're 1-1 so far. We had a victory over Stanton, which is great. And aside from 2 innings, we really held ourselves against Waynesboro, who we're taking on again tonight. So far, in terms of players, Lacey Stroop has really stepped up for us. She is in a completely new position. She's behind the plate instead of on the mound. Virginia Blank has also come in from the outfield. She's anchoring first base for us. And then Nicole Seal and Kenzie Stanley have really been coming up in terms of batting. Nicole's joining us. She moved up from JV this season, and they both had out-of-the-park home runs their first game.
Home runs.
Yeah,
That's
huge.
Awesome. Yeah, that's
huge.
Awesome. So what do you love about softball?
So for me, I love absolutely everything about it. I played from the time that I was 8 until I was 18. At this point, I would pay somebody to fill my wrinkles, put me in a set of catching gear, and let me back behind the plate. It took me all over the U.S. It took me abroad. And the thing that I love most about it is that it's such a team-based sport. You have to have camaraderie with your teammates, whether you're on the bench, whether you're on the field, whether you're winning, whether you're losing. It's up to you to lift each other up when you're down and to celebrate each other when you're succeeding.
All right, and then that'll make for a cool. So what do you really like about coaching?
I absolutely love the players. I love the relationships that are built there, and especially with taking a task as opposed to an ego-oriented approach to see the success, to see our improvements on a daily basis, and to see athletes come up and say, oh my gosh, it finally clicked. It's finally working. I have been doing BP and I finally feel like I've got the rhythm. I've got what it is that I need. And to watch them take such pride in themselves when they finally wind up putting all the pieces together and succeeding. They may hate my guts while it's happening, but those little improvements on a daily basis and pushing and pushing and pushing to see it pay off, it's not the stipend. That's what keeps me in this.
For sure. Yeah. All right, I think that's it. Sound good?
I'm Kenzie Stanley. I play softball for Mountain View. I'm number 5.
What are some top things your team needs to work on during practice?
Definitely fielding the ball cleanly and knowing where we're going. But a big thing we need to work on is like staying positive. We're losing, we tend to get down on ourselves a lot.
That'd be great.
And then it just ruins how we play.
And what's something your team is good at?
I think we're pretty good at cheering each other on and picking each other up when your teammate is feeling down.
And how do you feel the season is going to go?
I definitely think that we're doing better than we have. We have definitely improved these past 2 games that we've played.
And how do you think you've improved from last year?
My hitting is a lot stronger. I'm making contact at bat. So, yeah.
And what's the team goal you guys want to accomplish by the end of the year?
I guess just we really struggle with making contact, so probably consistent batting.
I'm Virginia Blank, and I'm number 10.
How do you feel about your team this year?
I really like our team this year. We've all played with each other for a really long time, so we know each other well, and I think that will help us out this year.
And how do you guys think you could do better as a team?
As a team, I think that we could do better with our fielding. This year, our batting has improved a whole bunch, and overall, if we just keep working on our fielding, I think that we could do a lot better.
And what's something you need to improve on?
I'd say our attitudes. The softball program hasn't been the best over the years, but if we just keep our heads up and a loss is a loss, we take it, but we just keep working together as a team, we can do a lot better.
And what would you say your biggest strength is in a team?
Our biggest strength right now would probably be the fact that we've played with each other for so long, because we know each other so well. We know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and that helps us out.
Hi, I'm Lacey Stroop, and I'm number 15.
How do you feel about your team this year?
I feel pretty good as long as we stay confident in everything. I'm glad with the numbers of who all showed up.
And what's something your team needs to improve on?
Communication, definitely confidence, and kind of team building.
And what's your team's biggest strength?
Probably being goofballs.
And what's your expectation for the season?
My biggest expectation is probably just show up, work your hardest, and just make sure you want to be there and make sure their performance shows that.